The lesson teaches that every young person should search the scriptures seriously and live according to the example of Jesus Christ. Youth is a very important stage of life, because it is the time when character is formed, decisions are made, and the future is shaped. That is why the writer says, "Oh, that the youth would search the scriptures." This means that young people should not depend only on what others say about God, but they should study the Bible for themselves to know His will and understand how Christ lived. Jesus is our perfect example. In every situation, whether in school, at home, with friends, or in church, we should ask ourselves, what would Christ have done in this circumstance? This question helps us make wise and godly choices. Christ always chose truth, humility, love, obedience, and purity. If we follow His example, we will avoid many mistakes and regrets in life. The passage also teaches that opportunities to gain knowledge from heaven bring great responsibility. God has blessed many young people with access to the Bible, sermons, Christian books, good counsel, and godly examples. These are not given just for enjoyment, but so that we may grow spiritually. When we receive light from God, we are expected to walk in that light. To know what is right and still choose what is wrong is dangerous. This is why we must ask ourselves serious questions like, am I walking in the light? And am I leading in the right way? Self-examination is important in the Christian life. We should not just look at others. We must check our own hearts, actions, and motives. Sometimes a person may appear religious outwardly but inwardly be far from God. Honest reflection helps us remain on the right path. The writer also warns against making crooked paths that may cause the lame to be turned out of the way. This means a wrong example can cause others to stumble. Younger people often influence their friends, siblings, and even adults. If we live carelessly, speak wrongly, dress improperly, or behave in ways that dishonor God, we may lead others into sin. But if we live uprightly, we become a blessing and encouragement to others. Another important lesson is the value, sanctity, and authority of truth. Truth is not something common or ordinary. It is sacred and should be respected. God's truth should guide our thoughts, words, and actions. We should not treat it lightly or compromise it for pleasure, popularity, or temporary gain. Truth has power to shape character and prepare us for eternal life. The passage speaks of the bright beams of heaven's light shining upon our pathway. God does not leave us in darkness. Through His Word, His Spirit, and His guidance, He shows us the right way to live. But light only helps when we accept it. Some people reject divine instruction and choose their own way. Others receive and cherish every heaven-sent ray. These are the people whose lives continue to grow brighter. To cherish God's light means to value it, obey it, and protect it in our hearts. It means listening when God corrects us and being willing to change. It means choosing righteousness even when it is difficult. Growth in the Christian life is gradual, like the rising of the sun. As we keep following God, our understanding deepens, our faith becomes stronger, and our character becomes more like Christ. The promise is beautiful, your path will grow brighter and brighter into the perfect day. This means the Christian journey leads to greater peace, wisdom, and spiritual maturity. It also points to the final day when we shall be fully united with Christ in His kingdom. Faithfulness in youth prepares us for joy in eternity. In conclusion, the lesson calls young people to serious Bible study, Christ-like living, personal self-examination, holy influence, and faithfulness to truth. God has given light to guide us, and we must not waste our opportunities. If we walk in the light, follow Christ's example, and cherish every truth He reveals, our lives will shine brighter each day and lead us safely to the perfect day. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe. Bye.